In this video, I am going to show you how you can take an iOS device, such as an iPhone or an iPad, and use that device as a remote camera or a way to switch cameras within Production Truck. Let's get started. In Production Truck, once you have this launched, if we go up to Extras and then Host Remote Session, you're going to see this window pop up here called Remote Truck. If this does not say Stop Remote Session, you will want to go ahead and click this button that says Start Remote Session. You will want to see that the Stop Remote Session button is enabled here. That lets you know that the remote session has been started. Once you've gotten that remote session started, on the iPad, we'll go ahead and launch Remote Truck. When you first launch Remote Truck, it will ask you to log in, so you will just log in using your Hudl credentials. Now that you are logged in successfully, it should take you to the Broadcast tab. In the top left-hand corner, if we click the hamburger menu, in the left-hand side here under Production Truck, if we click Connect, that'll prompt you to either auto-discover or manually connect to your computer from your iPad. So on this iPad screen, we have the Remote Truck identifier that tells us the name of the iPad. So in this case, it's just iPad. Under that, we have the Production Truck host, which should show your computer that you are trying to connect to. If it does not show the Production Truck host as your computer, if there is no device there or you have troubles getting that connected, one pro tip that I will recommend is stopping and starting the remote session in Production Truck. If that does not work, the other thing that you can try is just getting with your IT team to ensure that there are no blockers or nothing that would disallow the connection between the computer and the iPad. You do have to be on the same network, so just ensure that the iPad and the computer are on the same network. Simply now on the iPad, once I have my computer recognized there, I will click Join. You'll see on the iPad it's going to say Waiting for Assignment. In Production Truck, if we look, we now have the option to do replay, which is our OVR system. We have the option to turn our iPad into an audio source. We have the option to do switching, which is going to be switching cameras, which we'll go over here in just 1 second. And then the remote camera capability to use your iPad as a remote camera. So just go ahead and hit the switching source here. So if I click switching on Remote Truck, you will now see there's now a switching control underneath the connect option that was not there before. So if we click switching control, you now have the ability to cut between up to 4 of your cameras that you would have selected here. So you can do cut, dissolve, swipe, or flash. So if I just dissolve back and forth or cut back and forth, you can see that that is cutting in both Production Truck and Remote Truck. So if you'd like the ability to switch cameras to kind of delegate roles, you could certainly do that with an iOS iPad or just an iPad. Remote camera, if we select this, you'll now see if I deselect switching and reselect our remote camera, you'll now see on the left-hand side we have the remote camera capability. If I select remote camera, this is now just the lens on my iPad. So if I just kind of tilt this back and forth, you can see that video is live there. If I come into Production Truck here, we click the gear icon. Under camera 3, I will go ahead and select remote camera, which is in this case my iPad device. Select that, and now if I cut to camera 3 here, you'll see if I tilt up and tilt down, you will now see that that is live video. There is a slight delay there, but nothing too concerning there. Just probably a half-second delay or so, but we can see that that live video is coming through and looks pretty clear there on that there. So just wanted to show you guys that really quickly. That's all for today's video. We'll catch you guys in the next one.